Hey you guys, it's your girl Sarah the One here with a late night message. Nah, it is late when I'm recording this. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe and follow. Hit the notification bell. Be sure to email me at spiritualoasisashe@gmail.com if you would like your own timeless message, personal message that you can always keep forever and ever. That is just dedicated to you, where you won't get no mixed messages, no mixed energy. It's just you, yourself, and I, and me, myself, and you. Okay. So yeah. Let's see. Capricorn. We're going to do Capricorn right now. Let's see what Capricorn has. The full moon is significant to you, Capricorn. The Taurus full moon just passed, but also be sure to look out for the full moon as well, the next upcoming full moon. Capricorn. Oh, I kind of had a headache. It was for a split second. Capricorn, you could have a headache. Your diet as well could be affecting you, Capricorn. Okay, no. What messages do we have for Capricorn? It says, let go of control issues. It says, allow this situation to unfold naturally. It says, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. I mean, this is giving a little bit of control, but you are a Capricorn. You see maybe one thing one way and you just want to stick to it and you want to keep moving forward in that direction. But it's almost sounding like you need to let some flow in there. Ooh, release your ex. It says the time has come to clear your energy, Capricorn. You may be struggling to release how you feel about possibly someone new. Because it almost gives like this is someone new and then this popped out. So it's almost like this could be what's blocking you or making you feel like you can't naturally allow somebody in, allow your feelings in the present moment with somebody. This also could be a situation, a scenario. It don't have to be love, even though it's giving like I'm using a romantic cards. Yeah, look at this, new love. This is a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I can't make this up. I said it could be not just love. It says finances and career. Finances are a factor in your love life. I'm so good. It's just very much giving. You could have some love heart. It's giving heart chakra blockages, which is affecting the flow of new love that you're currently in or receiving, and also like your more love or more abundance, more something within your finances as well too. I don't know, heartbreak does that. I've been realizing that, unfortunately, but it's still kind of a blessing sometimes, like depending on your heart and how you love people and the kind of heart you have. Before, back in the day, I feel like it wasn't a thing, but I feel like it's more coming the more people are awakening now and getting in tune with themselves. But for those of us who are like the way we are, it's harder because the way you love is the way you love. And so if someone doesn't reciprocate that, or they do reciprocate that and it just don't end up the way you want it to end, it those blockages or that hurt, that pain may not pop up until something or someone new comes. This could be in your finances, this could be in love, and you can be resistant to those new beautiful things around you just because of someone from the past and the hurt that they had you experience. And it could just been like a generic, we just broke up, it don't gotta be somebody cheated. Even if it could be that, it's just like these things could be affecting us more than we think, and it could affect you long term. You could be male or female, but I'm getting like male or female, you probably, with you being a Capricorn, you probably wouldn't think that because you're so logical. Well, you're so grounded and earthly. But it's not to say that Capricorns don't have emotions, because I do believe y'all have emotions and feelings, even though a lot of y'all act like y'all don't. Because I got a couple of Capricorns I know, and they all be like they don't give a fuck. They all act like they don't give a fuck. Females and the males, like they all act like that. But like I've been knowing a lot of them like more than like 5 years. So like the few I do recall off the top of my head, and they all got emotions and they all got feelings, because I saw them in their feelings and in their emotions before, right? So the thing is, y'all are very much about your independence, your money, your finances. But at some point, for if you're someone who's more like spiritual or sovereign or on that path, those things become like interconnected. Like, no, it's not saying if someone does you wrong, you can't go make no money, or it's saying it's like vice versa, right? But it is saying at some point, if you always giving from the heart, creating from the heart, and creating from this heart space, that sometimes, depending on how many times you have betrayal or rejection or pain or failure, that type of love, or excuse me, those type of like heartbreaks, because like something in your finances not working out is a heartbreak. Something in a relationship not working out is a heartbreak. You know what I mean? So depending on how consistent or how many times this happens, over time you can have a lot of trauma from past hurts and pains that create blockages for you. And then if you come across somebody new or a new thing unconsciously, maybe somewhere you've created this subconscious belief that you're not aware of, but you're acting from. So I believe, Capricorn, the cards are saying like, you need to relax, you need to flow, but I'm also calling you out that you need to probably just process and become more aware of why you feel the way you feel and what's causing you to feel the way you feel. And then if you do feel something that obviously the cards are saying it's safe to feel that way. What else? What else for Capricorn? Not I just heard something hit the window. Yeah, free yourself. It says it's time to take back control of your life. You may be more under the energy of these energies I'm speaking of more than you think. Especially with this new love here. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. You may care more than you think. You may feel more than you think. You may need to weigh your decisions more, weigh your opportunities more. You know, she got these baskets, but it's almost like, you see how like she got this baskets, but it's like a scale. It's almost like you need to weigh yourself more. I almost feel like you don't care, but you need to care more. Or maybe you shouldn't care and you are caring, right? So it's almost like you need to really sit down and take grounding or take charge or just take control of the situation. It's almost like, let's say you think you don't care and you just operate on like, let's say it's a scale of 1 through 10 of how you feel about somebody. Let's say you've been operating like a 3 to 5, but in reality, if you sit the fuck down, you had like a 7 to 8. That's a big ass difference when you dating with somebody or talking to somebody. Like, yeah, it's just 2 more points, but it's a big difference when you're dating someone, because that's damn near a 10. So, but if you just always doing stuff the way you know it to be, or always doing dating and talking to people the way you know, or again, you have these unconscious but subconscious things going on from the past hurts and pain, you really not gonna know how you feel. So it's almost giving as well, you need to sit down and take heed and take control of the situation by just pausing to release your ex, to free yourself, to let go of control. Like literally you have action cards in this romance deck so that you can feel more, so that you can have more blockages releasing your money and new love. 3 cards saying to take action. The other 3 cards saying yuck, so you can free yourself, make more money, and have more love. So it's like you blocking yourself. You really blocking yourself. Let's see what else we get for Capricorn. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and follow. Hit the notification bell. What else for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Ooh, wee. You know what song I'm just thinking of? I just killed my ex. Kill him, please, because you need to. We have the 6 of Cups here. But why is he at that tower? Okay. What else? Then I'll clear it out. Because y'all, I gotta go to work and shit. But I wanted to record some messages. And we have the King of Cups. Yep, that's his ass. Shadow side. Reversed, in a sense. So, Capricorn, you need to let go. You not facing yourself, you facing your shadow. Why you not looking at you and how you really feel? You supposed to have all the cups, but you don't wanna heal. It's a dolphin here, you will get to play. But you need to see yourself so you can activate. Oh, I'm really a lyricist, low-key, high-key. 6 of Cups is here. He like, where are my kids? What is y'all doing outside? It's curfew. No. Okay, so you have the 6 of Cups here. It seems like you got like a merchant man or a townsman with his hands on his hips. So to me, he watched his cups grow. You know, usually in cups, they're not full usually. But in this deck, it's very interesting. And you see the King of Cups, his cups has nothing in it. So it's almost like, and I heard the Fool or Fool, so we'll just take it as it resonates. I have my own interpretations of when I hear that word. And sometimes it does result to the tarot. So Do you want to be a fool? So let's talk about the Fool card in tarot. Do you want to take a leap of faith? Do you want to start a new journey? Like, this is the Fool card. He's on a journey. He's a journeyman. He's taking a leap of faith. He has the Flower for innocence. He has one bag. He's not carrying anything. He's very light. In this deck, he is someone who is blind, but he definitely can see, if that makes sense, from a higher spiritual way. Do you want to follow source? Are you someone who's spiritual? Are you someone who believes in a higher fate, higher love, soulmate connections, destiny, things like that, being led by a higher power? It's almost like Spirit is saying, you know, take a leap of faith, walk out in it, right? But it's giving like Tower energy. In order for you to do that, again, you got to let go of control, free yourself, release your eggs, and whatever else, like take it as it resonates. You may not directly need to do these things. You may need to do things of this nature. Just take it as it resonates, you know, balance things out, figure things out for yourself in solitude to really see how you actually feel and face yourself, face your truth, right? In the regard of the Six of Cups, it's giving like maybe you letting the past do too much. Because for me, the cups don't never have flowers in them. Like, as many tarot cards as I've had, and I mean, I'm not gonna read the definition today, but for me, if there's growth in these cups, I don't feel like it should be growth in the cups. Like, they're cups. Like, now I'm kind of being spiritual, but like literal, and maybe this is how you are. So maybe this example will help you tap into yourself, or what I'm trying to tell you to do if this is new to you, but it's, you know, not true, not fake to you. Like, you still spiritual, but you're trying to learn to be more spiritual or follow source more or something like that. So these cups have growth in them. They have flowers in them. They have like their own flower beds. But like I said, you know, for me personally, I read tarot for some years now, and a lot of decks I've had purchased or even seen online, many of them don't have actual growth in the cups. Some would say, well, when you want growth in your cups, in my opinion, not necessarily, but we also can take that another way, because cups represent water, emotions. If I want anything in the cup, I want water, I want emotions, or I want them to be empty, meaning I want them full of emotion because I'm full of emotion, or maybe I'm too full of emotion, right? Or I want them empty because I have no emotions, or there's nothing for me else to give or feel, if that makes sense. So if I'm seeing green and growth, which for me symbolizes Capricorn, growth energy, grounded energy, earth energy, that would mean that you need to, for example, with what I just said, fill it up or mix it or put yourself in your emotions so that you can have growth. Y'all see how I remixed that shit? Because I said it, I was like, oh, this makes sense. So it's almost like the only way you're going to get something you actually want is if you mix yourself within the emotions. Until you put yourself in your emotions, put yourself in this cup, put yourself in a feeling. This is symbolic, metaphorical, if that makes sense. Then you'll probably see something that you want to see. If you're not actually taking the time, the energy, the effort to put yourself in your feelings, put yourself in emotions, put in that effort, put in that energy, put in that necessarily work of the feelings, of the things, whether it's releasing, pruning, whether it's actually planting the seeds, doing the work, doing the things it takes to get to know someone, allow your feelings to flow, or release the things, or focus on your finances from a different perspective, from an emotional perspective, from a more creative perspective, you will have no growth, period. And if that's the case, you won't be able to see what you want to see, which behind you is a playful dolphin. And it's so cute to have more joy, to have more feelings, to have more light, right? To be able to stand not on just what you know and think, but also what you feel. So it's almost like you're missing an element. I feel like you're very stoic. You sound maybe alone. You tired overall, like male or female. You just tired of having the same thing, the same opinions, the same type of growth in your finances, the same type of relationships. But it's giving you could have somebody who is new approaching you, and you could have more feelings than you think, or you want to bring in this new, different type of relationship, but there's some things you need to do on the background to allow this type of love and relationship to come in, i.e. kill your ex, i.e. release strength, i.e. release control, i.e. free yourself from what you think and believe how relationships should go, right? If you don't allow that type of emotion and femininity, because emotions are more of a feminine trait, even though we all have emotions, but allow more of that. I ain't gonna say it's a feminine trait, because men definitely have emotions. And y'all, if you're a man, I know I'm chilling for men and women, like, allow your emotions, right? And I don't want to discourage you from emotions and say it's just a feminine trait, because that's taboo. So let me correct myself. Please let me correct myself. Allow yourself to just flow and feel that emotion more, whatever those emotions are. Alone, to yourself. Like I said, you tired. If you tired, you tired. If you're hungry, you're hungry. If you're horny, you're horny. If you're sleepy, you're sleepy. If you love, you love. Like, It's okay to feel the things you feel in the moments that you feel them. It's okay to release them, express them. It's okay to journal them. It's okay to process them. It's okay to slow down. So I'm not only getting maybe it's about your ex, but you just made dead ass just not deal with your feelings at all. And that's kind of toxic, okay? That's kind of toxic. Because on the other side of that, then you do have some weird ass cups with growth. Because like I said at the beginning, cups are not supposed to have growth. So let's take it there too. And now you just doing shit that ain't supposed to be there in your cups. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It's like that's something that's going on that shouldn't make sense. But from the other perspective I used, it makes sense. So you just take it as it resonates. I'm just channeling how I'm channeling, using metaphors and symbology to make it make sense for you. For you to actually listen to what I'm saying and not try to contradict what I'm saying or tell me what you think it's supposed to be. We have the King of Cups here. Let's read that. And then we'll close out. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You could be a mother or a father. You could have kids. Twins are significant as well too. King of Cups. Sorry, y'all. I like having the TV on when I channel now. I don't know. It kind of helps me balance more. I used to channel in complete silence, but it kind of, I don't know. I don't like that. Not that I don't like sitting in silence, because I actually love sitting in silence. But when I channel, it's like a little more, I don't know, I like it more. Yeah, where's the King of Cups? Now tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. I wanna really, really, really wanna zig a zing. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta hang with my friends. Friendship is forever. That's the way it is. If you want to be my lover, you have got to give. You hear that? Y'all need to listen to Spice Girls if you want to be my lover, okay? Because it's very much giving it. Y'all, where is the King of Cups? I wanna sex you to you for sleep in the bedroom and listen to the head boy beat. Lay your body down. Naturally, I wanna go like stop until I hear you scream. You ain't got no, boy, it seems like you ain't got no issues fornicating. Better get in them damn feelings. Or maybe for some of y'all, that's what y'all want. But if some of y'all tired of those same type of relationships and situationships, it seems like you're the one blocking yourself. Or you keep yourself in a certain area or a certain limit of a certain type of vibration of expression and love, then you only gonna receive that type of expression and vibration of love. This also could block you if you really do receive some people who want more with you. But if you only express it and feeling so much, you gonna lose them people, and then you gonna still end up with them shortchange people. No shade, where you male or female, where it's like y'all not gonna really receive the long-term investment, big money people. You gonna get the shortchange, where it's just like a short interaction with that type of love. You know what I'm saying? That type of lust, that type of feeling, those type, like, and it's not no feelings. You don't got no feelings, they don't got no feelings, so you just, you know what I'm saying? But if you want something deeper than that, more than that, it's gonna take you investing more of yourself into it. So it says by daylight. Okay, so it says this King of Cups side is the inner self. And it says by daylight, the king looks out toward the open sea. And this also could be a she or her. So take it as it resonates. Just because it's male, it could be your own masculine energy within the emotion side of yourself. Okay. It says a smiling dolphin swims behind his throne. If the big secret the Queen of Chalices is keeping is a core of independence, the King's big secret is his playfulness. Oh, you're hiding yourself. Look at that. You have a whole nother side. It is most people may have the impression that he lives his life in a state of spiritual earnestness, even solemnity. He's actually quite joyous in his spirituality, happy in his love, and sometimes just plain silly. Those are closest to him benefit from his lightheartedness, though those in the outer circle may know of his only quiet ways of wisdom. So it's almost giving as well. You could be shy and not showing your full self. Like, it's also giving, it's kind of, it's what I said, but also it's giving like, maybe because of the pain, the relationship, and just restrictions of self, you're not showing your full self. Which is, I kind of said that. You're not allowing yourself to see your full self, to see that you're happy, to see that you're joyful, to see that you're playful. You're not allowing this other person to see it. Don't let somebody from the past block you with somebody from the future. And don't allow yourself now to become more intimate with people besides like physicalities. You are a Capricorn, you are earth sign, so I get it. You probably like people that look good. You probably look good. You probably have no issue doing that part. But it seems like with this message, you're wanting to go deeper, Capricorn. So go deeper for yourself. Take the time you need. Don't be planning things that don't need to be planted. But also, if you are planning something or want to plant something, you're gonna have to mix the elements. You can't be so dry. You gotta have emotions. You gotta have more feelings so something beautiful can grow. Or for some of you, like I said, it shouldn't be anything growing, and you're growing something weird that you don't want. That is something just not what you want. It's not typical, right? Non-typical meaning like, even if you're a non-typical person, it's giving you don't want to grow something that isn't what you would want. Like, you still have an idea of what you want, right? But you still need to free yourself in order for you to get it. It's almost like when you want to manifest or create something, sometimes you have to allow more things in than just, are the necessary elements to create the thing that you want in order for the full picture to come. It's almost like working with source, working with spirit, working with God. God gonna be like, do this, do this, do this, because you're gonna say, I want to be a millionaire, right? Well, okay, do this, Sam. Do this, do this, do this, do this, Sam. Okay, so you do it, but then you like, well, it looked like this and I really wanted this, and God say, okay, cool, will come back to me in 30 days. This is some random intuitive shit. If you know, you know. And you're like, all right, cool, I'll come back. Boom, the whole thing then bloomed and blossomed into some shit you didn't even expect or how it looks, right? Sometimes you got to take a step back from actively doing things, but more emotionally doing things. And sometimes you need to do more emotional things than more active things and more financial things. So take that as it resonates, okay? You also could be have Cancer aspects as well too, or you could be a sun, moon, rising Cancer, but you're just cross-watching Capricorn. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of cross-watching tonight. I don't know, as I'm channeling these messages. But I don't care, be square. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, follow. If you want your own personal reading, email me. Bye.